I swear there's a song in here. I swear there's a song in here. I swear there's a... Okay, here we go. Welcome in, Vengeance.
I'm gonna make it bend and break. Say a prayer, but let the good times roll. In case God doesn't show. And I want these words to make things right, but it's the wrongs that make the words come to life. But who does he think he is? If that's the worst you got, better put your fingers back to the key.
Hopefully these songs don't get me banned, but you guys know I love to rep my city, and Fall Out Boy comes from Chicago. I turn it down a little bit. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, Vengeance. Hello, Sonia G. Welcome in. And girl, you've been coming here for a while. I've been meaning to do this. Listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once. Frank Pants, one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the point, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my man plays tricks on me. Number 2, I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid or am I stoned? This is the favorite part of the song. I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. He said it's lack of sex that's bringing me down. I went to a whore. She said my life's a bore. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid or am I stoned? When Green Day was actually awesome. To control, so you better hold on. Yeah, until they did American Idiot. This was awesome. Their second album was awesome. After that, it went all downhill with the Wake Me When September Ends. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid or am I stoned? It is never your fault, Frank. So, because Frank Pants doesn't come into my live a lot, and he has been coming in more, I see him more in Chuck's chat than anything. So, one thing that me and Frank Pants have totally bonded over, if you guys see us in chat talking, you see us saying, Slayer! Yeah, that's an ugly face, but metal is not pretty. So, in honor of my Frank Pants, D-Johns, I texted you. Can you please look at that text message? Because I need confirmation before I do anything. Ready, Frank? Come on, Frank.
of anarchy, round judgment in the sky. Memories linger in my brain, life with nothing more to gain. Perpetual madness remains. Shades of death, all I see, skeletons of society. Shades of death, all I see, fragments of what used to be. Fragments of what used to be, skeletons of society.
Okay. Thank you for appeasing me and Frank. Me and Frank always talk about Slayer. And speaking on Slayer, Frank, this may interest you. I think I mentioned this to you in chat. So, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see if I can get it. You guys can't really see makeup. Okay, kind of. So this is a Slayer pick. This is a sacred Slayer pick because this was touched by the god that is Kerry King. On their last tour, I caught one of the last tour picks being front row, standing in the same spot for 6 hours to guarantee that I had front row. Best thumb war I ever fucking won in my life. I told my friends that when I die, this goes in my casket. Kerry King for life. If you guys know who Slayer is, you'll understand that rant a little bit. Oh, I miss those. They're now weird games of ring around or duck duck goose. Kids are just running around in a circle. We were trying to murder each other. Frank, educate these people. When we were kids and in a Slayer mosh pit, you had to be pretty fucking tough to be in those things. People were dropping elbows. People were punching each other in the face. You were lucky if you didn't walk out with something broken or bleeding. I remember my favorite Slayer tour was 1991 with Testament for the Practice What You Preach album. And I was at a venue that's still downtown in Chicago called Aragon Ballroom. But us locals and metalheads don't call it Aragon Ballroom. We call it the Brawl Room. Because in 1991, chairs were flying, people were flying. It was insanity. I loved it. I wish I could go back to those times. Friendly, violent fun. We didn't really hate each other. We were just getting out the shit that we had to put up with, like bullies, getting called burnouts, stoners, druggies. So we got our shit out at concerts. It's great mental health. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, all that is screaming. That's therapeutic. And the fact that Tom Ayer decided to put the microphone down for the rest of his life, I get why. The man's been touring for 40 fucking years. 40 years. I remember back in the 80s when I was listening to these guys, and it wasn't cool to listen to Slayer because Kim Kardashian wasn't around to put on a shirt and make it popular. Anyway, I remember the girls listening to Debbie Gibson and Tiffany, and I'm not downing you if you did, but that's not what I was listening to then. And if you weren't listening to that, you weren't part of the cool group. And I remember a large sum of these people going, well, how long are they going to be able to scream like that? 40 fucking years. 40 years. Dave Lombardo, still the god of double bass. He has played in The Misfits. He has played in Suicidal Tendencies. I forgot where he permanently landed. It was a pretty big band. So he's doing that. Kerry King's about ready to do his own thing. I knew he wasn't retiring. If you know Kerry King, that man is not going to be at a golf course like a Alice Cooper. He'd be scaring the shit out of the people at the golf course. His tattoos alone would frighten people. So, yeah, you know, and with that said, you know, The thanks for the memories does not mean that I'm leaving. I don't know if anybody paid attention to my community post that I posted today. We are at the end of 2023. Large part of you guys have been here for a long time, and we have been friends for a long time. I've only been doing lives within the last couple of years, and it always kind of surprises me who shows up. It started off small, and I'm not looking for big numbers. You guys know I don't care to be monetized. My channel has always been a music channel. The fact that I've made friends coming into the 1A community, I can't even, D-Johns, an Angel. Those two people right there. I don't know where the fuck Pink is, but Pink's another one. These are people I have known since 2020, since I came into the 1A community and welcomed me in, and some of us consider each other family. So it's amazing to me that you guys turn in just to see what I'm talking about, listen to the music that I'm listening to, watch me headbang with Frank Pants. Thank you. You guys have been a huge part of 2023. And 2023, or as I've been calling it because I'm a Chicagoan, 20 Jordan. Michael Jordan, come on now. Come on now. You can hate all you want about Chicago, but you cannot deny the great man, Michael Jordan. I've seen some really crazy shit towards the end of the year. I've been involved in some crazy shit at the end of and middle of 2023. It's been a real eye-opener. But I'm starting to get my bearings around here, and as you guys can see, kind of a tough girl. The problem is people screwing with people who don't give a shit. That's dangerous. I guess they're used to the people going, oh my God, they made a video about me. I better be nice or they're going to attack my YouTube. You can't attack my music because only the artist can come and strike me for the music. I've had it happen twice to one artist that I know never to film again. So the only thing you can do is report my stuff. And what are you going to report it on? On violence? I choose violence, but I don't speak violence. So there is that. Unlike STD, who has threatened to send bikers after me, hitmen, or he's going to come after me. Yeah. So there is that. And something was brought to my attention today of what has currently been going on. And this person knows how me and her have been friends for a very long time. And, she has always been there in rough times with me, in good times. And it means a lot that somebody would go out of their way. Hello, PDF elves. Help, Doc Danger! Man, boy, you had all of us worried. I was ready to send out a SWAT team, and my best friend trains them, so I could send out many looking for you. We'll get on that later, because I want to read this. So, somebody went on the video that was made of me about, I think the one where she said Batman hates me. And apparently this person was a supporter at first and really enjoyed going to her channel because I guess aside from causing chaos on our channels, she does other content, and maybe she should stick to that because her trolling is atrocious. And she's not going to break the people that she's trying to. And that's why she keeps on trying to enlist new people to infiltrate us and act as their friends so they can come in and screen record. What are you screen recording? What are you screen recording here? Anyway, the person started off with, I cannot believe how you are acting, doxing people and threatening people. I, at one time, admired and respected you. And this is a supporter of hers. Hold on. The 1A that you don't know, the old school people in the chats, and when you manage for mod for channels that have over 100K and 1K in a chat or more, then you could tell someone about how things are done. All you have accomplished is starting arguments and unnecessary drama for channels and chats that you are in. Show me that the real Pink Taco started crap in chat, or Batman. Or Batman has. You can't because they haven't. And people will stand up for their friends. I am so disappointed and disgusted in your behavior. You are way too old to be doing these things. I love to go into small channels and help build them and support the 1A. All you are doing is destroying things. Never assume anything. It makes you look like an ass. 100%. Well said. Well said. And that's exactly why I'm leaving. Even though she likes to delete her stuff like it never happened, she may have taken out the videos, but she can't take our memories back of what she was trying to do. And now she's erased all the videos she made of me. She's erased the videos she's made of Broccoli and of Angel and of Pink, because that's what she does when she figures that she's out of her league. PDF tried telling her, I went screw with this one. You're out of your league. I think she found out. Not that I want to win anything, especially something so stupid like this, because I'm not trying to win anything, but I'm trying to protect the channels that are really making a difference here. The reason that we're all here for the 1A community. I've never claimed to be an auditor. I have a friend here who's an auditor, and I'll tell you about him all day. I may have gone out and done a cop watch here and there, but I'm more here for the education for if I get into a situation and I can't call the auditor that's here to come and help me, because that man is highly intelligent. Hello, Fallen Star. So I'm glad this shit is hopefully over. Am I gonna forgive? Not really. I don't have to. That's not up to me. The stuff that she's causing and the stuff that she's doing in life, she has to answer to one person and one person only that it matters, and that's up there. And if you want to be that person meeting Jesus as the fuckface, have at it. I already said I'm going to hell. I've already accepted it, and I've been promised the throne. The only thing I need now is my Prince of Darkness, because I plan on reigning hell as the Queen of the Damned. So, thank you. Thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you for supporting Broccoli. Thank you for standing up for Pink Taco. We all know who Pink Taco is. He is not a warm and fuzzy person. But to certain people, he actually is. It'd be actually surprising. It'd be surprising if you actually got a chance. But a lot of people like to fuck with Pink. Like B-dubs and this idiot and how many other countless people, right? LVA! Hold on, I gotta catch up with chat. Kim who? Who's Kim? I'm sorry about that, Vengeance. I had a lot of friends back in the day. I still have a lot of those friends to this day. My longest friend is my best friend. He has detailed files since 5. It's terrifying. He knows everything. And I know community posts don't get noticed. That's why you got 20 on dubs. Man, that's some wasted money, Angel. I would not call you a betting man. Right? They had to look the part, because back then, Frank, we remember what that era was. It was so confusing. I couldn't date men that had bigger hair and makeup on because I didn't need that competition. No, Angel, be nice to LVA. And yes, Dr. Andrew, now that I'm starting to catch up with chat, I'm really far back. I apologize, chat. Yeah, no cults. I was just watching some stuff about Waco, Texas. No cults. No cults. I am not birthing children. I am not like looking for a man to, or men to follow. No cults. I remember seeing Fallen Star. And Angel betting 20 on Dubs. Horrible bet, Angel. Take your money back if you can, please. Right, D. Johns? He is warm and fuzzy. I think he's going to be mad that he's not here to defend himself in his warm and fuzziness. Why is there sex behind you? There is sex behind me because my TV is on and I have it on Vice Channel and it's probably talking about some show. And hopefully it didn't pick up what it was saying because at one point they talk about a certain kind of plug. Let's just say that. But see, Vengeance, I try to, because that sometimes, I know with like Chuck, he's doing something. So there's a reason to his madness. And plus his chat, there's a lot of people in there. So the fact that he can even somewhat catch up is amazing. But I try and catch up with you guys. Yeah. Yeah, it's a documentary that they're going to have on. This channel has a lot of documentaries, and that's what was on and why I was late in starting my live, because they do a show called Dark Side of Comedy, and they were talking, tonight was the new show, and tonight they were talking about my old man crush, Norm Macdonald. Ugh, it still kills me that that man is gone. I was so in love with him and Dennis Leary. He wants to do some weird stuff to Pink, Angel. If I was Pink, I'd be going there with some like armored underwear, because he talked about raping him and stuff. That's just wrong. Right? I loved Norm. Norm was the greatest. He had some really good movies that people might not have known about. He did one with Artie Lang, not to mention the fact that he was in Billy Madison as one of Billy Madison's friends. It's one of my all-time favorite movies is Billy Madison. I love the part where he sees the penguin and he goes, "You may proceed." It still makes me laugh. It's hard for me to watch these things when I'm trying to do all this. But I'll try and publish this and go back. Or you can always comment and put that into a chat and I can always go and watch it later. You know most of these people, Fallen Star? I hope so. Kerr! Bunch of degenerates. The only degenerate I see here is you, number 2. That's why you're my number 2. I told Angel one of these days he's going to be live and I'm just going to go up to his window and tap. He's going to be like, "Oh my God, it's Batman!" I should pop up with my Batman mask. That would make it even better. It's okay. I'm weird in my own way. Hi, I'm a lady with blue hair. I have some weird, like, scary thing on the back of my neck and all these weird tattoos. I love weird. I totally let my freak flag fly. Being in punk rock, you can't be vain. As much as Kourtney Kardashian is trying to infiltrate the punk scene right now, it's not pretty. We have mohawks. We have things poked through our nose and our lips and other places. Angel's my ride or die. I love Angel. I protect him till the ends of the earth. I protect a lot of you till the ends of the earth. And I could have shut up. I could have said nothing. But that shit was wrong and what was done to Broccoli. And being told it had nothing to do with me, it had a hell of a lot to do with me. You hurt my friend and you didn't know what she was going through. And I'm not going to speak on it. She can say whatever is going on in her life. But that was a pretty fucking shitty thing to do to our Broccoli. And I wasn't going to just stand by and let that shit go. Not in a second. And we all know Pink always gets blamed for the porn bombs. I don't know how that man gets... The funny thing is I have certain information that was sent to me about that specific porn bomb and the way that it was done. I know for a fact, 1,000%, that it wasn't Pink because of the info that was given and how that was set up. Just that alone exonerates Pink. So, but Pink always gets the blame. If he were here, he'd be like, yeah, I'm getting blamed. Ooh, can we play the Pink? It's Pink's fault game? I'm going to start. So it's Pink's fault right now because I don't have pizza in front of me. I should get a pink taco tattoo. Get like a pink tattoo of a taco. And Pink does have a tattoo in a place that gets him off. Totally. See, this is where people don't understand. They sit there and probably think Pink has no friends. And Pink does have friends. And there's certain times when certain things happen that he may be talking to somebody.
Power off.
There's a lot of people out there that know more things. I don't ask for information, but information comes to me. And it's from people I trust. So it's not just some random person posting on my page. It's somebody who personally knows me that sends me the information. So it kind of comes with the territory of being here for a while and knowing people. Like the PDF Elves. PDF Elves is another example. PDF Elves, I met them in Anna's chat. And that's also where I know D-Johns along with the AFA crew. So that's how I met some of these people. And we go way back. And you don't think we talk outside of here? You're crazy. Some of us have gotten very close throughout the years. And I value those friendships because those people clearly really do. I made a comment to somebody more recently saying, you know, if somebody comes and attacks me, whatever, nobody's going to come and defend me. And they're like, what are you, fucking crazy? Bullshit. And I was like, what are you talking about? I'm nobody important. They're like, are you crazy? You know, because I don't look at myself. I can defend myself. I've been defending myself for a very fucking long time. I've been standing on my own 2 feet for a very long time. So I'm used to standing there like this. Come at me. Come at me. It has nothing to do with me being in Chicago. It has nothing to do with the fact that I lived in the hood. What it has to deal with is the shit that I've been through in my life, which I've told you guys. That's why I was like, good luck in doxing me. I tell people everything. I tell people about my Class X felony. I tell people about my deceased children. I tell people everything. So what are you going to speak on me? Aside from my exact location, I'll show you where I'm at. Me and Angel are like that. We'll show you where we're at. Come through anytime. Just eat a good breakfast and pack a hearty lunch because it's going to be a while. Conspiracy! I don't know. Hold on. Gotta make that. Conspiracy. He's another person who we go way back. Conspiracy music is one of the rare few, like Frank Pants and me, we have bonded over Slayer. Me and Conspiracy have bonded over a particular guitarist named Buckethead. And he plays me this song that's still, even talking about it, makes me want to cry because it's such a beautiful piece of music. Sometimes music does not need to have words. It's nice, but sometimes music on its own is just amazing. If you guys don't follow Conspiracy music, please do. Longtime friend, he's had his channel going. He does music, he plays. Sometimes the people on his panel play all together, sometimes on their own. It's awesome. It's awesome. Be nice now, Conspiracy. You know the elves. So thanks for coming in, Clay. It's been a while since I've seen you in here, and you know how much I love you. One time, we were on panel, and I threw something at him, and everybody was like, oh my God, did she just throw her panties at him? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. If you ever hear that man play music, you do the same if you were a female. The man is really good. And the funny thing is he used to play and he stopped playing. And then when 2020 rolled around and we were kind of stuck in the house and trying to figure out stuff to do, he went back to music. And he has only gotten so much better as the years have progressed. He was already good when he started, but all musicians have this thing where we're not good enough. You know, I mean, some of them are kind of stuck on themselves, but there's also the percentage of, why do you worship me? I'm okay. And he's one of them. He is very humble. He reminds me a lot of my friend Adam. My friend Adam is huge nationally. People know him. And he's just like, yeah, I don't get it. One of the greatest people I have ever met. Well, it is Taco Tuesday. And me and Broccoli have long celebrated of how we celebrate Taco Tuesday. Are you still here, Broccoli? Are you celebrating with me this Tuesday? Because I know last Tuesday you went through something, so you couldn't celebrate last week. Some granny panties just thrown on stage. You know, I don't even know if people do that anymore. Then I stand with you, Broccoli. We will go commando together for life. Because you're my girl. Free the taco. I love you, Broccoli. I love that you join in my shenanigans. Remember the night that we showed our butts? That was awesome. She still says my butt's awesome, but I think hers is better than mine. And, you know, I could never compete with the red beard. I have a blue beard, but I don't have a red beard. And her red beard is fucking amazing. Right back at you, D. Johns. But see, you're not freeing the taco, Vengeance. You're freeing the sausage. Franks and beans, Franks and beans. What was the challenge? Did I miss a challenge? Is there a one-chip challenge or is there a new challenge? What is this challenge? And trooper. Chad is a trooper. Which Angel knows a ton about because he's got the triplets. Pants are overrated. I fucking hate them, Frank. But I don't live in a warm climate where I get to always wear Beano pants. So there is that. I mean, I could, but booty shorts in my time right now, no. I want to know what this Chaco challenge is. And yes. Let's get this started, PDF elves. What is the Chaco challenge? Do I have to Google it? I could Google it. Google knows everything. Oh, no, I'd have to say Angel would win that one. I think Angel likes a lot of hot. So it's hot sauces. The world's spiciest mini chocolate bar. Yeah. I don't know. I thought about doing this, but with my heart condition, I'd probably kill myself. I've seen people. I remember AFA. I don't remember who he got to do it, but I remember AFA got somebody live to do the one chip challenge, and holy fuck, that guy was puking. That guy was puking, and I was like, "Yep, no." But Fly can lurk anytime, Fallen Star. I love the Fly. 3.0. Okay, so that's the little piece of chocolate that I just read about. Yeah, I used to watch a lot of cooking shows, so I know the like Scoville, or I think that's what it's called. I don't remember what it's called, but yeah. I was always afraid to try habanero, but there's this amazing mango habanero sauce at a Mexican place that I like to go to, and it's good. I guess the sweet counter acts how spicy the habanero is. It's still hot, but it's probably not as hot as it could be. Hello to Fry64. You have to say the magic words. We have magic words for pink taco. You have to say sticky, sticky, sticky. Now, it has been known to backfire at times, but sometimes he'll pop up. Maybe if broccoli says it, I don't know. Yeah, it's like he's like Beetlejuice. You should know this too, Fry. But yes, like Batman has the bat signal, Pink Taco has sticky, sticky, sticky. Now I've said it twice. So now you've said it. Now we need broccoli to say it. Yeah, no, habanero can be weak compared to. There we go. Now it might work. Now it might work because I mean I have slut magic, but broccoli's slut magic is fucking phenomenal. It's how we roll. It's who we are. There goes the PDF elves. Everybody's calling for the pink taco. Oh my gosh. I was told more recently Pink Taco is on a trip. I don't know if he's back from that trip yet because he hasn't answered me back. But hopefully he'll be hopping in. I sent him a message telling him I was going to be live, and he's usually almost always here. So, habanero's your limit. I'm the man slut. Does that count? It counts, Frank. It counts. I love having you in my chat because we have so much fun in Chucks, but it's going so fast, and that's why I like having a smaller group because the chat isn't going a million miles a minute. That's why sometimes I go and I hang out at Chuck's on Kick or on Twitch, but it gets boring because I'm the only one there. And then I'm like, oh wait, I do like going to Chuck's on YouTube because there's people there. So you people need to start downloading Twitch and Kick and follow me over there. You'd love my name in both of them. It's not Batman. I think Broccoli knows what it is. And I think number 2 knows what it is. I think I told number 2, but he's never been in there. Kick is great. You know, I like Twitch a little bit more. I've been on Twitch longer. Kick's a newer thing within the last, like, I don't know, 7 months. And that's only because some of my Twitch streamers have gone over to try that because they were upset about something that happened with how they get paid. And rightfully so, you know, I mean, their subs and stuff, just like here, count. It's huge. And when somebody comes in and gives subs and stuff like that, that's huge for them. So, yeah. And then if you guys have Amazon Prime, once a month you can pick one of your Twitch streamers and link your Amazon to the Twitch. and you can use that as a gift subscription where it doesn't cost you a thing, but it's huge to them when they get that, especially if they haven't, because they got to work hard to become affiliated, just like we have to work hard to become monetized. It's the same thing, affiliation and monetization. But what brought me to Twitch years ago was there's this TV personality that I absolutely love. I've been watching him for years. He started on E on a show called Wild On, and through the years he ended up getting his own show, but he would switch channels. He wouldn't stay on the same channel for too long. And more recently, before 2020 hit, he was on Access. And then 2020 hit and nobody could film anything, nobody could do anything, so he was keeping his brand going, but he was getting kicked off of Facebook and Instagram because of his content. He goes and follows drunk people, and sometimes there's nudity and sometimes there's crazy stuff that ensues. So that's why he was on cable channels more than anything. He calls it the traveling drunk stream on Twitch, and he has like Bacon Wednesdays. He's in California, of course, and the fact that I've been a fan of his for so long, and now he personally knows me, and not just because he sees me in chat. We actually talk outside of Twitch, and there's been some great things. I used to be known as Sugar Tits until I got banned on Twitch. Somebody got butthurt about my name and reported my name. But yeah, so the Fly sent you. Well, I'm glad that the Fly sent you. I don't know why the Fly won't come in here. Everybody's asking for the Fly, Murphys. But thank you for coming in because the Fly sent you. So that's what brought me to Twitch. And then through sitting in chat with there, I made friends with some gamers that I'm still friends with to this day. We have this huge plan to all meet up one day in Vegas where one of our Twitch streamers lives, and have a big, huge party. So I love it, Kerr. I love it. But Murphys isn't the Fly. The Fly is its own entity. Fucking angel. Relic Army on Twitch. I don't know what that is. I follow my friends, Space Cloud, Avoid Ralph, Two Beers Minimum, and Tiki Taco Tony's awesome. He's in San Francisco. I met him this year coming home from Punk Rock Bowling. I love his stream. And then there's if you guys know Jay and Silent Bob, Jason Mewes is on there playing fucking Fortnite. But he has the best emotes because they're Jay and Silent Bob emotes. So I try and subscribe to him so I can use his emotes. Laura Slaughter, I love it. Is it because Lara Croft? Oh wait, no, that would be Lara. I like to game. I like to game myself, but you've gone to the different level of virtual reality, Broccoli, and you say that that's really fun. And I've seen some goggles that shit's fucking amazing. That it's like crazy that you could be brought back to prehistoric times and look up and there's a brontosaurus. Yeah, no, I don't remember that. I don't follow too many channels. I kind of like with YouTube, I kind of stick with what I started with. Once in a while, I'll add a new person here and there. Like I have this movie director from Hollywood who's made two great horror films. He's Elfwin Films, I think, on there. We just call him Elf, so I'm used to calling him Elf. Or I know his real name, but I'm not going to say his real name. So yeah, I mean, I know there's a lot of stuff on there. There's hot tub girls on Twitch. The rule is if you want to be somewhat close to naked, you have to have water around you, like a pool. I don't know if a tub counts, but a hot tub counts. And you see all these young girls buying these inflatable hot tubs just so they can get more donos. God bless them. It's kind of a mild form of OnlyFans. But some of them, I'm kind of confused because there was this one girl and she did a hot tub stream, but she also spoke of her OnlyFans where she was showing her dates, we'll say, on her OnlyFans. And they agreed to it, so I never got to see her OnlyFans. I only got to see her hot tub streams. Ooh, that has to be fun. Like I said, Broccoli, I used, when I had my Samsung one, I got it free because I had bought one of the Samsung phones. I forget which one. But I got it free, and I used to sit there in the ESPN one, and I just used to sit in a virtual room in front of some big projection that was showing me live ESPN. I totally didn't use it for what it should have been. So yeah, but my kids got kind of lucky because they were raised by a kid. I mean, my oldest kind of hates our age difference, but I got to play with my kids. I don't remember who I was telling more recently, but when a lot of parents were up in arms about Grand Theft Auto, I was buying my kids that, and we were playing together. So we were huge gamers. In fact, there's a huge family argument about an Xbox game, and I can't think of what the name of the game for the life of me is right at the moment, but my ex was sitting there, and he was towards the end, and he was trying to beat it, and our younger one was sitting on the couch watching him. I was in the room too. I don't remember why. Maybe I was watching him or something. And all of a sudden, he dies, and the younger one turns to him and he's like, "Give it to me, I can beat it." He's like, "Yeah, right." He hands it to him and he's like, "Good luck." He goes, "If I can't do it, you can't do it." That kid beat it in one shot. To this day, my ex complains that that her son stole his pattern. It's a huge family. We can't even bring it up to this day, and it's years down the line because it's that much of an argument. So yeah, we were huge gamers. Yeah, I was that parent too, Fry, because you know what? I was the kid that my mom was trying to limit when you didn't come in here earlier when I was playing Slayer. An Italian mother, uh, hearing her daughter listening to Slayer and seeing the album covers alone terrified that woman. So she was always trying to like get rid of what I was doing at that time, which made me want to do it more. So when I went into parenting, I remembered this stuff and I was like, okay, I'm not going to do that to my kids. If my kids want to do something and it's within reason, I'll let them do it, and never had a problem. My oldest was always in honors classes. He always did his homework. He earned a lot of the stuff that he got when he was growing up because he did so good. I remember, I think it was,
with Gilda, there was always the shadow of having been a chubby little girl.
Sorry, guys. I remember him coming to me at 16. He was on a football team, and we live in Chicago, and he is obviously a football fan because he was playing it at the time, and he wanted a tattoo like Brian Urlacher. So I told him, okay, you want a tattoo like Brian Urlacher? Well, what does he got? And he had like some tribal band, and it was just solid. So I'm like, okay, just know you have to live with that. If you want to do it, I will sign the paper and I will let you do it. He's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, why not? It's a tattoo. I was like, clearly not against him. Plus his dad had him. So he couldn't even say that, no, you can't have a tattoo. He wasn't putting gang tattoos on him. So my son decided against it because he never came back and asked me for the permission. And at 18 years old, he went to the tattoo parlor And on his wrist, he has hope. And on the other wrist, he has destiny. His mom's a little crazy because I had Bad Dream Come True. But they're Alice in Chains lyrics to a song that I really love. So that's why I had Bad Dream Come True. Plus, it's warming. Nicest person you'll meet, but cross that line, I'm a bad dream come true. So, I never limited my kids. In fact, here's a really funny story. So with movies, I never let my kids watch like disgusting stuff. But like, I don't know, they were probably like 6. Well, my oldest one was probably like 8, maybe 7. And that would put my younger one 3 years, they're 3 years apart. So he's 3 years younger. My younger one, we showed the movie Last Action Hero 2. Loved that movie. It was a PG movie. There was no swearing. It was a pretty good movie. So he watches this movie, and for like a whole year, he flat out refused to call Arnold Schwarzenegger by his real name because he loved that movie so much. He was just Jack Slater. He's like, that's not Arnold. His name's Jack Slater, Mom. And it's kind of funny how, when your kids are growing up, the way that they look at things, and then when they speak and some of the cute things they've said in their lives. I wish I could have kept my kids little, but they had to grow up and be men. You don't get them for a very long time as kids. So if you're lucky enough, you cherish those moments and you get to spend a lot of time. I was lucky enough. I got to stay home with my kids until my oldest was 13. And then I went back into the workforce. I did other things, but brick and mortar workforce when he was about 13. Because the jobs that I was working back then were contract jobs. So I had to pay taxes instead of getting taxes back. Having a brick and mortar, I got money back. I was the last in line, Frank. I am the last in line of 7 kids. My mom pretty much said, please just don't die. She was so tired. I was also the late in life kid. So yeah, she used to tell people all the time I put every gray hair on her head, and I probably did. Pregnant young, ran away to Seattle when Kurt Cobain died, had to get a plane ticket home because I couldn't get back home. Yeah, I did a lot of crazy shit when I was younger. 2 Live Crew. Oh my God. Do you remember what controversy that was? Fucking Tipper Gore. Megadeth made a great song as the biggest fuck you to Tipper Gore back then with her PMRC bullshit. She's the whole reason parental advisory had to be put on albums because parents had to know the content. 2 Live Crew, Nasty As You Wanna Be? Come on now. That's what I'm talking about too, Fry 64. I had a really cool moment in 1918. I don't remember if it was 18 or 19, but I got to fist bump Chuck D of Public Enemy. It was like an moment. It was so awesome to Fry that if you go down long enough. Again, I don't remember if it was 18 or 19, the year 18 or 19. It's from Riot Fest. It'll say I fist bumped Chuck D. I filmed that shit. You only get one moment, and I got to touch the man, Chuck D. Right? Back then, the music, you wanted to buy it more because it said parental advisory. Awesome, Frank Pants. We were told not to by the time that I was a teenager. My friends were weird enough that I got into cars with. Oh my gosh. I'm glad to know that we're a majority of us here have done some crazy stuff when we were younger. I couldn't imagine hitchhiking, but I know that that was huge back then. I knew, people didn't think twice about picking you up off the side of the road, but that's what started horror movies. I remember what was it? Was it a creep show? But there was this guy he was hitchhiking. He had a sign named Dover, and they hit him. And then the rest of the story, he was popping up, and he was dead at this point, but he kept on popping up everywhere on these people. So hitchhikers were always kind of scary. I bet. And he probably got to see a lot of cool things that people pay top dollar now to become VIP. Broccoli, I think our pink taco thing is broken. Let me see if he answered. Nope. It's been 19 minutes. So I don't know if he's still on his journey, because I don't know how far it is from where he lives to where he is. In Florida, huh? That's pretty cool. I know some friends of mine when I was a kid ran away to Florida thinking we're going to start a new life there. They only got to Tennessee and everybody came home. Stop it. I wouldn't even be able to speak with the great Lemmy in front of me. Wouldn't even be able to speak. There's this bar that I hang out at, Frank Pants, that Lemmy is God there. There's a picture of him in the bar. I don't know where my hoodie is at the moment, but the logo of the bar, if I could pop it out, you totally know the logo. Because the bartender that's been there for like a million years totally loves Lemmy. Totally loves Lemmy. He was God. Only man to survive on a Jack and Coke diet with a defibrillator on top of it. I bet. I kind of had that moment when I met the singer of the Deftones. I hope I get another chance to meet that man without the makeup and without as stupid as I acted. It would be nice. I'd like a redo because, yeah, I went to pieces. It was funny when he turned around and I saw who was in front of me. And I'm like, and he's like, hi. And I'm like, hi. He's like, are you okay? And I'm like, do you know who you are? Do you know who you are? Of course he knows who he fucking is. So, as I said, I'd like another turn at that because, yeah. Okay, hopefully that'll do it. Yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible. But there's a couple of people I'd probably go stupid in front of still because I love them. I think the greatest experience I got to have, is it 19? It was either 19 or 21. I was front row to Jack White. But it wasn't originally Jack White, just on his own. It was him with the Rock On Tours. Watching that man play is... That man is one with his machine. Ooh, are we toking, Murphys? Let's toke. Shotgun, Murphys.
He came in and broke all the rules. Give me a soda, bitch! He's just so honest. My name is Tracy Morgan.
Angel. You need a hit too? Okay. There you go, Frank. Virtual shotgun. That's one of the things that I also like about Twitch is some of the streams that I go to, they're 420 friendly, and we smoke together. We call it sesh, we call it simultoke, and you can either do dab hits, smoke a bowl, smoke a vape, whatever you want. It's pretty fun. We get stupid high and laugh at crazy stuff. There's this thing called I'm a Snake. I sent it to Angel one time and he's like, what the fuck did you just send me? Do you remember that, Angel? The I'm a snake. I'm a sneaky snake. You guys can find it on YouTube. It's great. It's fucking weird, but it's funny as hell. Let me see if I can find it. I'll post the link.
I'm Hollywood royalty. A lot of people don't know that. I'm a descendant of Clark Gable. This is my second career. My first career was porno. Yeah, they call me Manaconda.
I'm gonna put it on here for you guys. You guys can watch it.
You said that you're a big fan of the show Chloe and Lamar, is that right? Yeah, and we just recently found out test results came back. She's my daughter. Chloe is your daughter? If you hang around
Come on now. Oh,
you're gonna hear stories that it's just
I
absolutely.
forgot. I have like 3 things going. I have the phone that's right there. I have a phone down here, and now I have my tablet. Your channel.
In reality, Tracy was a kid from the projects of New York's Bed-Stuy neighborhood.
Okay.
Inner city Brooklyn.
There it is.
Liquor stores, churches, drug dealers.
There's a certain stream that I follow that we just laugh our asses off at this. It's an ongoing joke.
There was gun violence. There was a lot of stuff happening on the streets. My name is Deborah Wilson. I'm an actress and comedian, and I met Tracy originally back in New York City over 2 decades ago.
We already told your behind. That's what the elf said. So say it, the elf, so make it law.
I am back with Tracy Morgan. Tracy's father was a Vietnam vet, and when he was over there, he got addicted to heroin, like so many other vets. He had tremendous PTSD, nightmares, mental breakdowns.
Oh my goodness.
all kinds. So, split up. When Tracy's dad started
The snake list.
Tracy leaves his house to move in with his father.
Michael Bolton. My ex's, I'm proud to say, my ex's kid's first concert ever that I got to bring him to, Primus! It was such a proud moment. I almost cried. I loved it.
Tracy's dad keeps him on track and away from
Kids today knowing what Primus is and loving Primus. That kid was my favorite, one of my favorite kids.
I thought I was called Lewis. No, I've been that fast from the bullies, from being bullied. And then I learned how to be funny. So that kept the bullies off my back.
Angel, what are you trying to kill her, Broccoli? Why? Why, bro?
He got HIV from
Don't do it, Broccoli.
using dirty needles.
You'll smell the color 9.
Dropped out of high school to completely take care of him in his final years.
But dad died.
Welcome in Ying Yang News. And I'm sorry, I think Farlap said hi, but we were talking about all kinds of stuff. Hello.
Position that, the projects did.
I used to sell crack. Back in the day.
Hopefully not as high as that one day, Broccoli. We were worried. We were like, oh my God, is she going to be arrested running down the street in her underwear?
I just started doing comedy. I was always funny. I just started doing comedy.
You know what was weird about Paul McCartney, Frank Pants, is when he joined Nirvana, I was like, I don't get it. Pat Smear, I totally got, but I didn't get the Paul McCartney.
I don't believe Tracy knew how to connect the dots in terms of how do I help my family.
If you look at the odds stacked against this,
400 milligrams should be sufficient. Thank you too, Fry.
heroin addiction, dying of
It just sucks that you don't have that
high school.
wonderfulness because you live in a shitty state that probably will never ever make that legal. But you can always come to mine.
There are certain people in life
Surrounding
that
ones,
they just
but
don't know exactly
you can always come to mine.
their future and their X factor will meet.
I'd welcome you with a toque and Portillo's. And if you've ever eaten Portillo's, you know what a gift that is. That's why I don't leave Chicago. That's why I always live close in proximity to one.
Created as a venue for the young black comics to perform because they were not getting
PDFLs. You guys are silly. Yeah, you guys just got legalized. I've been reading up on how things are situated for you guys with it being new. What was really funny is one of the towns out here at first was very against when we became green in 2020. They're like, nope, we're not having any recreational. And then 6 months later, they're like, oh, we're building 4 now.
First thing I saw was this chunky kid come in.
Now there's like more than 4 there. So, yeah. Ooh, shit. Okay, yeah, you're kind of up there. Because I used to go to the dunes. So, I know that that's quite a drive just to get to the dunes from where I'm at. Oh, okay, yeah. Because Michigan is definitely a couple of my friends when Michigan went green were like, "Fuck this noise. We're moving to Michigan. We're gonna go grow our own."
I was kind of afraid to go into dark places, and he wasn't. He just talked about it straight up.
Fast forward to
I would hope so, Angel.
on the day of shooting a TV show and a young comic by the name of
Well, anytime, D. Johns, I can get your way, I will bring the stuff and make it myself for you. You would love it even better if I made it. I mean, ours, the restaurants here are good, but if you can get it homemade, you're on my TikTok. You saw the beautiful Italian beef that I made. I love that stuff. And I found out 2 things that I use to make that. You can get just about anywhere because my girlfriend came here from Georgia more recently in July. And we went to the grocery store and I showed her the stuff that I use. And she told me she had that stuff back in Georgia. So I'm like, phew. At least I know if I ever have to move to Georgia, I can still make Italian beef. Yes, this is how I base where I'm going to live. You don't understand being Italian. Bread and certain foods I can't live without. Good night, Sonia. Thank you for stopping by, honey.
Martin was a guy from the hood also, and Martin was huge. This man is in the house.
I was like, this is brilliant.
And it's way cheaper up there too, Fry. So if I was you, I'd go to Michigan because we have a disgusting tax up here. When I told Pink some of the prices, when I've shown him receipts on some of the stuff that I've gone and gotten, he's like, holy shit. He's like, that's way cheaper in other places than Illinois. He goes, you got to look out and see where you can go. He didn't tell me about Michigan, but you're not the only person. My friend, unfortunately, who's passing away of cancer, he comes through Michigan. And one day he texted me. He's like, holy fuck, I got a cart for $12. Do you know what those things cost over here? And I'm like, I do. And I was like, but the bigger question, half a gram or a full gram? He goes, a full fucking gram. A full gram here costs $65 before taxes. Before taxes, so that thing can turn into like almost $80 by the time you walk out the door. And you can go to Michigan and buy one for $12, and that's with everything. That's all he spent was $12. I was like, holy shit, dude. I was like, next time you go through, why don't you hit me up? I'll give you the money for that shit. Because unfortunately, he goes frequently. And Angel knows what I'm talking about because where he's at versus another town that he can go to is a huge price difference. So he chooses to take that struggle on the highway to go over there just to get something that he can't get cheaper where he's at. I got to see them twice. And I would give anything to see them as a whole again, but Kurt is no longer with us, so that's not going to happen. You're the one who told her to take the 800 milligrams. You're the bad one. We're all telling her no. Guess again, Angel.
I think it's obvious that anyone gets
Same with me, D. Johns. No regrets. I would like to apologize to my mom for running away to Seattle, though. I did profusely. I was grounded that whole summer. Because he passed away in April, she took away my whole summer. I couldn't go and hang with my friends. I couldn't do anything. It was horrible, but it was worth it. Because, I mean, how many people actually could say that they decided one day to hop in a horrible car to get to Seattle for a memorial on somebody I only knew from watching in a concert and listening to in music? But it was that crippling and that devastating, because that was the music that kind of spoke to me. Those were the people who got me, because they had the same stuff going on in their houses that I had going on in mine at some level. So they got me a little more than the hair bands of the decadence of hot girls and cocaine. I didn't really follow that. Plus, I couldn't deal with that competition with all the makeup and the hairspray and the weird pants. And yeah, no. My friends laugh at me because I tell them I have a couple of criterias in dating, that you got to be 6 feet or taller to ride this ride, and you have to look like you know how to hide a body. So I'm not looking for the Rob Lowe, Tom Cruise. I'm looking for Michael Myers. In fact, I have an ongoing joke with somebody right now that if we ever meet, that they better have the ski mask on, because I don't think I could handle seeing their face. And not because I think they're ugly, but just because of the anonymity in its own.
Even when you're a cast member, there's no guarantee you're going to see much airtime. It's highly competitive between me. And he wasn't really sure of how he could get the kind of skits written where he could...
No, Angel, you're the one that moms warn people about. Remember Community Eggplant? Kids Across America? Right, and that's what I hear too, Fry. I mean, it's crazy how cheap it is.
He kept drinking and kept living his lifestyle. Every single thing that he was putting in his body was what the doctor would tell you not to do if you had diabetes. And
It was quite popular with the ladies. Well, I mean hookers and cocaine, Frank. It's the Charlie Sheen special. Do you happen to remember what area? Was it Ohio and Grand, or was it Taylor Street, D-Johns? Because those are the huge Chicago area Italian spots. My kids grew up going on Taylor Street because of this wonderful place that makes Italian ice called Mario's. You could not only get so many different flavors of Italian ice, aside from the cherry and the lemon that people just think there are. They had cantaloupe, they had all different kinds that were amazing. They had these wonderful things that we love to eat called lupini beans. Just thinking of it now, I wish I could go down there and go and get some, but they close for the winter because nobody's going for Italian ice and 30 below.
So stereotypical that it is a skewed view of the way I grew up, and a skewed
Angel.
I can imagine.
But come call me when you find them. Strippers do love boats. They love boats, they love cocaine. Frank, you were the trifecta.
First got the Saturday Night Live. I thought people was like isolating me and all that stuff.
Diversity Avenue, yeah. They still do in some parts, but not as much as they used to. They're in that area tonight. They were doing the celebration of Guadalupe. Oh, if only I could just bring it to you too, Fry. Yeah. Pizza, don't do deep dish. I don't know why we got coined in deep dish, because true Chicagoans just go to a regular pizza joint that we happen to like. Me personally, I like a place called Salerno's. There's more of them out here where I'm at, but it's not as big as like people know us for Luminalti's or Gino's East or what's that? Giordano's. We are not all deep dish people. But I could bring you to a spot where you have some amazing pizza where you're like, okay, fuck it. I'm never eating Indiana pizza again. I even know how to make it. So, I mean, I could always come over and make it too. Oh yeah, you would love this pizza then too, Fry. You would love this pizza. It's amazing. But Yeah, we get. I don't know who decided that we were deep dish because we eat it, but not often. It's not our pizza of choice.
At one point, he was so low that he kind of broke down.
Pizza should be its own food group. I keep on arguing with my cardiologist about pizza and bacon needing to be its own food group. He keeps on arguing with me about that. He doesn't like that. He doesn't like I get tattoos on blood thinners. We agree to disagree. I think it's the only doctor I currently have that checks me for tattoos when I come in because he got really mad at this one. This one was my biggest one yet.
The second year, we asked to be in together, so we shared an office. Me and Tracy would bounce off each other.
So it's been called many things. Now it's called the Willis Tower. Me growing up, I remember it as the John Hancock building. So it's kind of weird. You know, it keeps on changing names throughout the years. California pizza is healthy, but you want pizza to be unhealthy. You want pizza to be unhealthy. You want grease on that fucker. You want it melt. You want a layer of grease on the paper that they wrap it and give it to you in.
Drove around my baby blue Jaguar, typical bad boy stuff. What about you, Jax? What you did last night?
I'm not too far from there, Frank. I'm like 2 towns over from there.
You should go. They have really good flan.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
He's found ways to talk to
We do have that accent.
the writers.
It'd be pretty funny if I actually knew your relatives, Frank Pants, because that's kind of the area that I grew up in. Spinach on pizza, yes. Tomatoes, of course, have to go on pizza because what do you think makes sauce number 2? And then there's margarita pizza with a little more chunkier tomatoes with fresh mozzarella. Definitely. The cheese sometimes makes the grease. It doesn't necessarily have to be the pepperoni or the sausage. The cheese quality. What most people don't realize, and it's harder for them to do it in a commercial setting, but if you're making it at home. So what I used to do when we would make pizzas, the batch that we would do would crank out something like 8 pizzas of 16-inch pizza pans. So we would make the dough first, and that has to sit for a little bit because it has to rise, because you have to add yeast into it. So you got to let that set, and while that's setting, you make the pizza sauce. So what we would do is we would go to the deli and we would buy a 5-pound brick of fresh mozzarella, or not fresh mozzarella, whole milk. At the time we were buying Sargento whole milk because Sargento was in the cheese section. I don't see it as much anymore, so I don't know exactly where to get it, but I know other brands that I can get that are whole milk. Whole milk versus part skim makes a huge difference. Huge difference when you're making pizza at home. The way it melts, the way it tastes. So there's certain ingredients that I have to consistently have when I go to make mine. And these pizzas have been known to cause family wars and who gets the last one. My youngest, because his birthday was on New Year's Eve, is on New Year's Eve. He always wanted us to make pizza. He didn't want us to go. He didn't want a big, huge party as he got older. Even when he was younger, he was like, just make the pizza. I want pizza and cake. That's all he wanted. So, pizza is awesome.
It was never that funny.
Okay, then maybe I might not know them. But I don't know. You know, it depends on if they went to Glenbard East or Willowbrook. Because I knew a lot more people in Willowbrook, and that was in a town called Villa Park, which is right next door to Lombard. In fact, Villa Park is where the band Dope comes from. If anybody knows who Dope is. So, yeah. There's your education in pizza. From Italian in Chicago.
And I think to navigate that, bringing out a character that is alter ego, that can push envelopes beyond the Tracy.
As long as you can find like a little Italy spot, it's probably good. It's probably good.
Protect yourself.
Those are the places you want to go, not Pizza Hut, not Domino's. Those are commercial pizzas
I
and
think his attitude was that he is
Little
a survivor.
Caesars, stuff like that. I just can't do
He
it.
even treated the diabetes that way. He was like, the bad sugar is not
Huh,
gonna take
that's
it."
funny. There's actually a street called Stewart there. Yeah, there's a street called Stewart. I'd have to look back in yearbooks or something. So there's a lot of people I only know their first names. It's kind of funny, some of the people that came out of that area and made it nationally into punk bands in that time era. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, Frank Pants, you definitely raises a great point. If you have like a spot in your area that's a little Italy, go there. Go there. And the more of it being a mom and pop place, the better. Because Olive Garden is not Italian food. Us Italians call that the McDonald's of Italian food because it's just garbage. It's garbage. We don't do a lot of Alfredos. We definitely don't do chicken Alfredo a lot. That's more of an Olive Garden thing. And chicken parm, the chicken's usually called cutlets. You fry them up just like a piece of eggplant. I've eaten a lot of weird stuff in my life just being Italian. It's kind of funny.
His first day driving it in Manhattan. 2 questions. Why would anyone buy a Jaguar in
I'm
Manhattan?
feeling strange. I feel something tingly. Yeah, that place is just...
That didn't happen to Tracy at all.
Well, please, Broccoli, if you need to, you've got my number, you've got Angel's number. If you need help, reach out, girl.
My family bought this for me for Father's Day. They use my money.
You know, and cheese ravioli, I get it. It's just that it's a commercial thing of Italian food. If you want really great cheese ravioli, if you can find a little Italy spot in your area or just a small little Italian family place, those places are making it homemade. If you ever have homemade pasta, you'll understand why I'm so hateful towards Olive Garden. I grew up in an Italian family, so homemade pasta, my mom didn't buy boxes. My mom got insulted if we wanted to go to McDonald's and other places for food because I can cook that for you here. Why do you need to go to McDonald's? She was one of those moms, so. But I had some amazing food in my life, but it's ruined me for going out to eat at some places because it's like, yeah. If I were to go on a date and the guy's like, oh, we're going to the Olive Garden, I'd be like, okay, you can drop me off.
That's not all black.
That's kind of dangerous nowadays, D. Johns. You definitely got to carry something with you if you want to ride the L. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on those now.
By that time, you've been hoodwinked.
In fact, when I go down there for shows and venues, I'll take the CTA bus before I'll hop on the L. Just for safety reasons.
And when you exclude that as writers, so that you can
So, well, you guys, we've been hanging out for a while now. I think Pink may be dead. I don't think he's dead. But
there might have been some sense of him that felt like a failure. There might have been some sense of him that said, I want to return home.
yeah, that stuff is on point. That stuff is on point when you have it from scratch. And if you can get stuff like that, like my sisters, they have my Nona's espresso pot, they have my mom's pasta stuff. I wish I had that stuff because, yeah, that was passed down from generations. You can buy like a pasta machine, but it's nothing like what, yeah. And there's certain things that, I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. He can't leave the state, remember, Angel? Because he was terrorizing his baby mama. So. It is. It is. It's a busy day for Pink Taco. I mean, they celebrate Taco Tuesday. He's all over the place. Yeah, you know, that's what it's Nona and Noni. But I called mine Pop Pop. and he called me Lollipop. And I would give anything in the world to hear that man say that again, because I haven't heard it since I was 5 years old.
You are your character on 30 No, I'm way more out there.
He was fearless. And
Meow Wolf Museum.
I can't breathe,
What? I've heard of a wolf refuge, but not a Meow Wolf Museum. He really does. I don't know. I think Kerr was there. I know Angel was there. Broccoli wasn't there. But oh my God, it was so funny when he thought he was arguing with Pink. It was hilarious. Hilarious.
there is a legend out there about Tracy Morgan's career.
Dummy. I'm blocked. I can't see him. I see people saying hi to him in certain chats, and I can't see him anymore. He doesn't like
Tracy's
me.
life of excess leads to an arrest for impaired driving.
We just want to get it resolved. And that's it.
Aw, we love you too. And I'm so glad that you were brought over. I got a message one night telling me, hey, I'm bringing somebody over. And I was like, okay. He's like, you're going to really like them. They're really cool people. So when you got vouched for by that person, I was like, okay, they definitely got to be cool people. So I'm glad that you still tune in, even though we can't get Sticky to show up.
It sounds like a movie, but it's true.
Right, elves? That was greatness. Holes were in walls from undone handstands. It was...
Did you know in the morning they have food, TV, almost everything?
Tracy Morgan.
You think you need mushrooms to be in there? That's how I feel about a Tool concert. I need mushrooms to be in there.
Just resolving some matters in court, that's all.
Fancy suits. How was court?
Not great, though.
That's kind of cool. I'll have to look that up, Broccoli, because I like trippy things. My favorite story when I was growing up was Alice in Wonderland.
The anklet causes unexpected health complications.
With the ankle bracelet and the diabetes. He had
Right? And that's what we were saying in the beginning of this, because not too many people think he's a nice person. But there's a reason for that. And me and him had a conversation more recently where I did something. He's like, you didn't have to. And I'm like, you were going to do it anyway. And he's like, no, I wouldn't, because you never gave me a reason. So, I kind of felt like an ass in that moment because I didn't think of that, But yeah, to the ones that are lucky, a very nice person.
I was with him when the doctors were saying we are going to have to amputate.
Yes, you are, D. Johns. I remember the whole fiasco of trying to get Big Man to come and visit with Anna at your house, and then he never showed up. Didn't he stop talking to you guys at a certain point? Because he didn't want to spend the night? I don't know where it is, Papa. Yeah.
They said cut, and he almost
Oh my
fell out.
God, look at all those toys.
We rolled him back to the
Where are all these toys over here?
Between scenes, he's laying on the couch with an IV running from the ceiling to his arm.
Yeah,
Just
right?
to give him enough fluid
100%.
so he could go shoot the next scene.
I think that's why we get along so much, because I live in Chicago and that's all I do is bust chops. So
He had to have
I'm okay with it.
surgery where they actually
me and my childhood best friend, the first time I met his now wife,
eyeball back on.
we talked so much shit to each other
Tracy's health is
that after the first meeting, she was like, how do you guys hang out together? You guys say the meanest things to each other. He goes, but that's how we talk to each other. We love each other. And she's like, really? Because it doesn't look like it. Now that she understands, she's just like, yeah, whatever. And she just lets us go off on each other. Me and her are in cahoots, though, too, because me and her are Packers fans, and he is not. He is a Bears fan. And it irks him that I'm a Packers fan because he taught me about football, him and his brother. And I'm a Packer fan. His wife is a Packer fan for a different reason. But I told him, I'm like, when I found out she was a Packers fan, I'm like, I don't ever want to fucking hear another word out of your mouth. And I'm like, you married a Packers fan. So now the ongoing joke is one of these seasons, he's going to come home to watch the Bears Packers game.
It's just really sad.
And me and her are going to be sitting there in the front room in her Packers gear. And I have a cheese head even. You know how you see, if you guys watch football, you know what a cheese head is. I have one of those. And he's like, that's the day I'm going to walk out and probably never come back. Because he knows he's outnumbered. Same with mine too, Fry. I mean, growing up in an Italian household, you always kind of talk shit to one another within reason. You know, I mean, it was never ever hurtful or always talk shit to each other. Yeah, she's just, she's got her unicorn.
I remember reading where you said comedy was not just a turning point for you, but that it was.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly, and I don't want to say exactly where she is, but I think I remember. I know she's an hour away from Big Man. That I remember because that was Big Man's whole thing about how is he going to get back home and blah, blah, blah.
I always felt like if I make enough people laugh, maybe you will forgive me.
When we were doing writing sessions, Tracy really went into all the things that people didn't know about him. So
She's like, okay, I'll stop. No, you won't, will you?
He does so with his best friend Alan, who said he was funny.
I wish you guys could see how high that little dog can jump. She can jump pretty high. It's impressive.
So he's going to dedicate the rest of his life to succeeding, to honor Alan's memory. But Tracy,
I wouldn't want my dog to bite him. He does a lot of meth. I don't want my dog to die. I think I could take him with one hand tied behind my back. The boy doesn't look very coordinated. He can't even do a fucking handstand with a wall helping him.
I think he will never forget what happened.
showbiz and everything that came with it, you know, the success, the pressure, the money, the access to anything you want. That was his struggle.
Were you the Steve Buscemi of The Wedding Singer? Thanks, Dad!
When 30 Rock comes to an end after 7 acclaimed seasons.
Oh my god. Why am I not surprised, Frank Pass?
In a very
Congratulations are in order for Tracy Morgan and his fiancée Megan Rollover, who celebrated the birth of their first child together.
So he took ownership.
Yes, the dreaded Methodist.
And he took ownership of that addiction as well. And the time he took his life back, it was literally taking his life back of I want to be alive.
Yeah, I'm really shocked that Sticky is nowhere to be found.
Comedian Tracy Morgan is in critical condition after a death.
But then, in 2014,
6 o'clock was the last sighting.
in a terrible
I might have to put up Pink Taco flyers. Have you seen our... I told him before if he ever disappeared, I was going to stand on a corner in a bikini with a sign saying, "Have you seen my Pink Taco?" Could you imagine the reception that would get? Bikini, pink tacos. Yeah, I'd probably be arrested in 5 minutes flat, especially since the cops hate me so much here. Okay. I know that he was doing something earlier too, so I know he took a trip somewhere, and I haven't heard from him, and usually he'll sit there and send something. Another Elves Alert Pink Taco Tracker. I love it. Make a video. That would be great. Have like the song all by myself. Live stream it. Yeah, it would turn into a cop video because I'd be getting arrested, Frank Pants. But oh my god, you guys should have saw those of you who were around for Oso 007. I always say his name wrong, but 007, you guys know who I'm talking about. When he went missing, I made have you seen our Oso 007? And it was a legit picture of an asshole. I was trying to be funny because I thought he was going to come back, and sadly he never came back.
We would flip over other cars.
I don't think he's arrested. I don't think he's arrested. But if he was, we would let you know, so that way we could definitely raise money to bond out our pink taco.
Morgan and 3 others are still in critical condition with medium recovery from a broken leg, femur, nose, and several ribs.
Oh, good grief. I could only imagine how many people would come on there. I wonder what would be bigger, the donations for that, or the people to come and talk shit and be like, good, let that fucker sit in there. People would come out of the woodworks. Dubwubs would be like, what jail? I'm going to go and rape him. That boy is wrong. So wrong.
Rest in peace, Uncle Jimmy Mac. He was always funny, always personable.
I'd free you. I'd find out where you are, Frank Pants, with some C4, and I'd blow that fucking wall apart and break you out. Slayer for life.
We were all fighting on each other for 3 decades.
Oh, you would bond me out. I'm sure my friend Duper Trooper would love to fucking see that one. He'd be like, what the fuck, woman? He'd probably come and do the fucking cop watch on me. I could always text him and be like, hey, Duper, I'm going to get arrested. You ready? Come stand around this corner because you're going to see what I'm up to. I need warmer climate for that to happen, Elves, so I'll let you know. Come this summer, who knows?
There's no garbage. So you have to take care of your own. Period.
I will definitely let you know, though. Frank Pants is sitting there going, so there is a possibility.
We had a special connection with the young lady that dressed him. I was invited to his house to watch the Super Bowl. I kind of showed up at a celebrity party. And it was basically me.
I can't give up all my secrets, PDF Elves. The C4 was a little more brilliant.
We just hung out and watched the game, which was...
If my baby daddy were here, that was an ongoing joke. If any of us went to jail, that one of us was going to bust the other out with C4. We were going to go blow up the cop shop.
I could see that there was this deep pain.
Cover his car in pants. He wakes up and he's like, Cacique! The car would be warmed up by the time you woke up, Frankie. At least you could, hey there, girl with the camera! But yeah, your car would be warmed up by the time you woke up. If it's covered in pants.
And let people in, let them see that you hurt just like they hurt.
Oh my God. So funny. Angel, where are you going to get all those pants?
After the accident,
Are you going to put your pants there? Then you're going to be running around in your drawers. I don't know if the world's ready for that.
The accident, obviously, was going to require months of rehabilitation.
Thank you for coming in, girl with the camera. Okay, ma'am, enough. Seriously, enough. Do you want to come and say hi to everybody? Okay, come and say hi to everybody. Because we're going to be going soon. It's getting late. Say hi, everybody. Now you're YouTube famous. I love how she just sits there like, hi, I'm here, bitches. Right? They hear you. They keep on talking of you and your squeaky toy. And your dirty oh-hos. Man. Is it bath time? She's like, no. No, it is not. It's the only time this dog does not want to be up my ass is when I turn on the shower. She's like, yep, I'm out. When pants are on sale. Yeah, go to find a thrift shop where you can fill up a bag for like $2 and fill it with pants.
Tracy Morgan is with us now. You're a sight for sore eyes.
Two Fry says hi, or Two Fry says hi, doggy. Say hi, Two Fry. Say welcome to my mommy's chat.
Intense rehab. Tracy Morgan makes an emotional return to Saturday.
Don't even, because you love this dog. She talks to you when we're talking on the phone. She already calls you Unky Angel, right? We know who Unky Angel is. You like to talk to him because you like to use your voice when we're on the phone, huh? She is a bit shady, though. Okay. Go hang out on the bed and go relax. It's okay. Yes. I'm not mad at you. I just want you to stop with the squeaky toys. For all our sanity, please. Okay? Hang out with your uni. Go see uni. Well, I kind of have this. I don't know if... So, there is a potential I could have them all. This is called a Monroe piercing. I just wanted to be a fancy bitch.
It's a fight within yourself.
My favorite one is this one down here. Because everybody does their nose, everybody does their eyebrow. I actually still kind of a little bit want to do the eyebrow, but I've had so many friends rip those things out of their... I can't even. I have enough holes in my body. It's a miracle that when I take a sip that I don't like spew out in certain areas of my body. If I remember, I have 7 piercings altogether. I have like 4 of them, or 6 of them just right here. So I blame my mom. She got my ears pierced when I was 3 days old. It started there. But these are a bitch. This one's actually easier to put in than this one. This is called a push pin. So there's something in the back of there that I gotta poke the diamond through. And when I feel it snap, I know it's in there secure. There's another way to screw it on, but that's even more insane. I pay my piercer to swap these out because it takes me like half an hour. And when you have a mouth piercing, they close up almost instantly because your mouth heals. It's wet. So you got to do it fast. And she can do it a hell of a lot faster than I can. So this one's easier to do because it's just a hoop and it has a thing that just kind of locks in place. Yeah, 6. 2. Oh, no, 4. I'm sorry. 2, 4. I'm counting a spot that's not my face. That have 2 of them. But, yeah. And then I have my belly button done. So, yeah, I'm done with the holes. I'm done with the holes. The only other thing I like, until I found out how it was done, was the derma piercings. Like, you know how you see sometimes a girl with a diamond here, or somebody with like marks on their neck that's called a vampire bite or something like that, or a snake bite. They take a tool and gouge skin out and then screw that in, and then your skin heals around it. So that's why it's there forever. I don't know if you can remove them. I'm sure it's very painful. So no. These were enough. These were just a second of sticking a needle right through it and putting a piercing in there. Yeah, I just couldn't too fry. So I'll just stick to the tattoos. Eventually I want to cover this part of my arms. So it is almost midnight here. I'm going to let everybody go. I'm sure there'll be a live out there somewhere. Yeah, right? Girl with camera, when I saw how that was done, I was like, oh no. So, everybody say their goodbyes. Hopefully we'll get a pink sighting, or I'm going to have to stand on a corner with a sign. Ooh, I've gotten fish hooked before, though. Yeah. Ouch. Those things are horrible. Yeah, they do hurt like a motherfucker. I am not that girly girl that goes, oh my god, I'm not going to touch a worm. I love fucking fishing, but there's a limit to what I can fish for here. Good to see you. You're always welcome here too, Fry, even if you don't have a Pink Taco location. He'll pop in here once in a while. Oh my goodness. Everybody loved the broccoli. And you guys all have a good night. You are always high, Angel. Awesome. I lost count in how many I have right now on my forearms. It's a decent amount. So we'll see you guys all soon. I'm sure I'll see some of you in chat in the next few minutes. But have a good night. Frank, thank you for listening to Slayer with me and headbanging. I love it. And I'll talk to you guys all later. Have a good night.